Good afternoon, parents, faculty, distinguished guests, and most importantly, students of this amazing National Blue Ribbon School. We could not be more thrilled to celebrate this special occasion with all of you today. As your assistant principal, it's my privilege and my true joy to see and experience each and every day why our school has earned such high recognition. Today, we have the fortunate opportunity to have some really special guests to celebrate with us. So when I say your name, will you please stand? Mr. Lee Dedman, principal of Highland School of Technology from 2000 to 2013, and currently a Gaston County board member. Ms. Denise McLean, principal of Highland School of Technology from 2013 to 2019. Dr. Stephen Laws, interim superintendent for Gaston County Schools. Mr. Jeff Ramsey, chairman of the Gaston County Board of Education. Dr. Christy Bostick, executive director for secondary instruction for Gaston County Schools. Councilman Charles Odom from the city of Gastonia. Mr. Jamie Monk, teacher here at Highland School of Technology. Mrs. Tabitha Spake, a parent here at Highland School of Technology. Mrs. Judy Dobies, our wonderful president of the PTSO here at Highland School of Technology. And last, but certainly not least, is Kieran Wood, our student body president and a senior here at Highland School of Technology. Now, I'm going to introduce to you the man, the myth, the legend, Mr. James Montgomery, current principal of Highland School of Technology, who has served since 2019. Let's give them a round of applause. We want to thank each of them for coming today as we celebrate. This is a tremendous, tremendous honor. At this time, I would also like to begin our program with the Pledge of Allegiance, which will be led by the presidents of our four big clubs, Beta, FBLA, HOSA, and TSA. We will also have the singing of our national anthem, which will be sung by our senior, Rebecca Hatton, as well as the Highland Spirit Sequence, which will be led by the Color Guard and our band. Let's stand. Salute. Begin. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Please stay standing while we have the national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hail at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watch were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
But before I begin, thank you to our band, our color guard, and Rebecca, you just nailed it. We appreciate it. Thank you. Good job. Also, thank you to the students who led us in our Pledge of Allegiance. So welcome to Highland and today's celebration of our 2023 National Blue Ribbon Recognition. To my left is a mural that speaks of the legacy dating back to Highland High School. Today, we are honored to have two graduates from Highland High School share in this continued legacy, and I'm not sure where they are, but Thomas Jackson and Mr. Charles Whitesides. Welcome home. Go Rams, yes sir. Seated beside them are others that contributed to this legacy, staff members that have worked here since 2018, and I would ask you to please rise. To you, I say welcome home as well. Thank you. Each year since 1982, the federal government recognizes a handful of schools across our great nation for their exceptional performance. Schools are recognized based upon one of two designations: exemplary achievement for gap-closing schools or exemplary high-performing schools. With over 100,000 schools in our nation, this is quite the honor. This past September, our government named the class of 2023 National Blue Ribbon Schools. Included in the 353 schools was Highland School of Technology. This is the second such designation for Highland as an exemplary high-performing school. The first was in 2017, and to quote Ms. McLean from the 2017 celebration, this is a really big deal. At Highland, our students lead, serve, and perform, and since this first blue ribbon in 2017, we have been busy. Performance highlights include the following, and this is my drop the mic moment, so pay attention to what you all have accomplished since 2018. In athletics, we've had 5 conference championships, 5 tournament championships, 8 state championships, the North Carolina State Volleyball Player of the Year, 2 All-State athletes, and that doesn't even include what was recognized last night, 4 Conference Players of the Year, 4 Conference Coaches of the Year, and set multiple school records in volleyball, men's soccer, cross country, and women's tennis. We've had 2 Gaston County Schools top 5 finalists for Gaston County Schools Teacher of the Year, and currently seated among us is the Gaston County Schools Nurse of the Year. Academically, Highland continues to lead the way. Highland is consistently ranked the #1 school in the greater Charlotte area by the Charlotte Business Journal. Each year, Highland ranks in the top 1% of all schools in North Carolina for academic growth. Each year, Highland maintains an A report card. We have two moot court state championships. Highland is consistently in the top 2% of all high schools in the United States as ranked by U.S. News and World Reports. We have the North Carolina Invest Right State winner. And this past fall, the state of North Carolina released its school report card data from last school year, and Highland had a 100 for academic growth, an overall performance grade of 100, and is the #1 school in the entire state out of 2,714. And oh yes, we are a 2023 National Blue Ribbon School. Give yourself a hand. While all of this is true and incredible, perhaps more symbolic of what really goes on here is how our students and staff lead through service. Over the past 6 years, through the organized efforts of FBLA, TSA, HOSA, and BETA, and the collective efforts of individual students, listen carefully, we have given back to our community over $30,000 to well over 3 dozen nonprofit organizations. That is incredible. It is this ability to show leadership through service that really shines through. And one of Mr. Dedman's favorite quotes by Goth, "Correction does much, but encouragement does more." It is so true. I think I can speak for Ms. McLean and Mr. Dedman when I say our staff is the encourager of great people and great things. Our people, students, staff, and parents are just flat out amazing. When you ask yourself, what's possible when people decide to work together, I say, welcome to Highland, where our normal are the accolades of most. And so I thank you for dreaming big, lifting others, and leaving a legacy of leadership. Thank you and congratulations. At this point, we are going to have some remarks from many of our guests that are on stage, and I'm going to introduce each of them in the order that they will be speaking. And if you will recognize each as they conclude their remarks, starting us off will be Dr. Laws, Interim Superintendent, followed by Mr. Ramsey, Board of Education Chairman, followed by Mr. Monk, one of our teachers, followed by Mrs. Spake, one of our parents, and then finally followed by Karen, who is going to speak on behalf of students. I will then come back up for some official presentations at that point. Will you please join with me in welcoming Gaston County Schools Interim Superintendent, Dr. Stephen Laws.
I am taller than him, but not taller than him. Hey, everybody. Boy, you look good in the blue, and it's great to follow the man, the myth, and the legend. I've actually known Mr. Montgomery since 1991, and I'm so proud to know him. But today, I'm more proud to know you. This is a tremendous honor. I've got remarks here. I usually get off track, but I've been told I got to stay short, so I'm going to try to stay with them. It is an honor to be with you today and to honor, he's talked about the Department of Education doing the blue ribbon process. And it is a tremendous, tremendous honor for any school to receive. In fact, if Highland's received it twice is rare beyond belief. So I think it's something that you all need to feel particularly proud of. Year after year, Highland continues to rank among the best schools in the country. And we in Gaston County, I'm a Gaston County native. I've known about this school for some time. I guess, Lee, you started here what year? Gosh, you're old. It's just continued to evolve, and it's just an amazing, amazing honor for all of us. And for me, to be an interim superintendent, I started in July, and to be a part of this program today is just a great feeling for me. So today, we applaud you, we praise you, we celebrate you, and we thank you more than anything. All of you who've made this school what it is, all of you who are making this school what it is, thank you. I'm honored to be here. I present Mr. Ramsey, the chair of the Board of Education.
So I'll stay on script. Oh, good afternoon. It might be cloudy and rainy outside, but the sun is shining on the Highland School of Technology. On behalf of Gaston County Board of Education, the very first thing I want to say to you, congratulations, Highland. You did it again. The National Blue Ribbon School Award belongs to all of you. But also, I think this award belongs to the entire Gaston County community. Students at Highland comes from all across the county, That is why it is an honor that you should make every person in Gaston County extremely proud. Highland is the only one of the 8 schools in North Carolina to receive this, the one of only 353 in the nation to receive this recognition for 2023. The award recognized Highlands for a consistent, high achievement and commitment to excellence. For example, the high achievement, just look at what you accomplished this past year. Highland earned a perfect 100 school performance score and a perfect 100 academic growth score. These are 2 accomplishments that are unheard of and just cannot get any better for you. So unbelievable. I encourage all of you to celebrate today, tomorrow, and the weeks and months ahead, and be sure to tell everyone how great Highland is receiving the Highland National Blue Ribbon School. It is certain is good news that is worth sharing with everyone. The Board of Education joins me in recognizing Highland School of Technology as a National Blue Ribbon School. Thank you for bringing this positive attention to Gaston County schools. We are also proud of what you have achieved, and we know you will continue to strive for excellent years to come. Thank you.
It's in here somewhere. All right. Thank you. I'm super excited to have the opportunity to talk to you all today. When they asked me to speak at this ceremony, I was kind of at a loss. What could I say that hasn't already been said? Frankly, I wasn't even sure where to start. So I did what we do these days when we don't know where to start. I Googled it. And what I Googled was, what makes a school a blue ribbon school? I mean, I think I know what it means to be a blue ribbon school. Like, this is our second time doing this. But how is it articulated? What's in the description? What's in the criteria that I can identify and point to Highland and say, this is us? The Department of Education says, and I'm paraphrasing, that a blue ribbon school should be a great American school that demonstrates that all students can achieve at a high level. It should be a school that is welcoming, a place where students master challenging and engaging content. Well, I can tell you, if that's what a blue ribbon school is, then we are absolutely a blue ribbon school. Now, blue ribbon is obviously an important part of the phrase blue ribbon school. It's the blue ribbon part. We wouldn't all be sitting here if that wasn't the case. But I want to talk about the other part of the phrase, not the blue ribbon part, but the school part. This is my 12th year teaching and my 7th year at Highland. In my 12 years of teaching, I've probably learned as much as I've taught. In fact, I've learned a lot of things I probably didn't want to learn over the years. But one thing I've definitely learned and definitively learned is what a school is. In a practical sense, a school is a building. Like in our case, multiple buildings situated on varying degrees of elevation. A school is lockers and hallways and the gym and the football field. A school is the teacher's workroom, the front office, the parking lot. The school is the library. The school is the auditorium. It's the cafeteria. It's books and technology and science labs. A school is policy and its tests and its rules. And much too often lately, frankly, it's politics. But a school is all those things. But the thing that matters and the thing that makes the school what it is the people. Plain and simple, it's the people that make a school. It's not the facilities, it's not the technology, it's not anything else. And the reason that Highland is a blue ribbon school is because we have the best people. We have blue ribbon people. And I'm going to start with the parents. And we have a couple on stage here with us. I'm a teacher here, obviously, but I'm also the parent of a Highland student. So I know what you do for your kids and for this school. I know about packing lunches and asking those gentle but probing questions like, did you get all your homework done? Or do you need a ride to practice? Or how did that math quiz go? Or when is that college application due, right? And parents, I know about the 11th hour requests. Like when your kid comes sheepishly downstairs at 9:30 at night and says, "Hey, Dad, I need some poster board for tomorrow." I know about cramming for a math test. I know about finishing a novel late at night. I know about haranguing your colleagues to buy barbecue or oranges. I know how you help your kids study for their history test. They tell me, right? Without the support of parents like you and me, this school would not be what it is. So thank you, parents. Now, on to the administration here. In Mr. Montgomery and Mrs. Carper, we have two of the most dedicated administrators that you could find anywhere. They're excited to be here every day. And if this man doesn't seem excited to you, like you're really not paying attention. Like, even on that Sunday night phone call about 5 o'clock when the phone rings and you're like, oh, reality calling, right? He's excited on that call. That's who he is as a leader. He's excited, and that excitement emanates from the top and down to the rest of us. And in addition to that leadership they provide, Mr. Montgomery and Ms. Carper are two of the biggest cheerleaders that this or any school could ask for. They are genuinely thrilled when our students succeed. They're supportive and work to help everyone here reach the fullest potential. They're at every football game. They're at every after-school event. They're excited, they're dedicated, and they have steered this ship into excellent waters. Now, the next part of the blue ribbon equation here at Highland is the faculty. That's my peers. I remember when I came to Highland 7 years ago, I was hired to teach the AP history classes that I'm still teaching today. And thanks, Ms. McLean, for that decision. But when I came here, it was like any job. I was the new guy, and I'm kind of looking around and I'm trying to get the lay of the land, and I was looking for a friendly face. And it just so happens that my old friend Joe Yavalak, who I had taught with before, had his classroom across the hall from mine. So I asked him during one of the work days before school started, is there anything I need to know about this school? And his advice to me was really succinct. And if you know Joe, that's not really a surprise. He said, here, you have to really bring it every day. Now, for my part, I had always taught pretty hard. And you can ask any kid I've ever taught. They learned in my class. But pretty quickly, I figured out what he meant. The teachers here are just different. The expectations are sky high. It's legitimate. It's not just lip service. And there's a lot of amazing teachers in Gaston County, a ton. But I'm telling you, the teachers here bring it. Like, I've seen it with my own eyes. And I'm loath to even mention it because I think we're sort of tired of talking about it at this point. But if you could see what went on here during COVID and what was happening behind the scenes as far as keeping kids engaged and keeping kids held to a high level of accountability, you would just be blown away by the sheer dedication and effort that went into that. And really providing stability at a time when there wasn't a lot of stability. So that was one of the things I think this staff could really hang its hat on. The kids, of course, rose to the occasion. And every day I'm amazed at what my colleagues here accomplished. They're some of the more creative, hardworking educators that I've ever taught with. So congratulations to all of you. Now, speaking of the students, and I'm almost done, I want to talk about the final piece of the puzzle that makes this school blue ribbon worthy, and that's the kids. Our kids seem to realize that if success was easy, everybody would be a success. I can't tell you how hard these kids work. They put in the effort. They're so bright and so ambitious. They want to learn. They want to be the best. They care. They put in late nights. They organize. They study. They prepare. They're energetic. They're collaborators. They're positive. They're proactive. As a teacher, I know I have to be ready every day because they're going to ask thoughtful questions. They're going to ask hard questions. They're going to ask why. And so we have to be ready to answer those questions as teachers. And it is hard for me, like on a personal level, to express the joy I feel when it works. And I hear like 16-year-old kids talking about 19th century European revolutions. That brings me like great joy. And so just to say to you guys, like, this is about you, like you did it. So congratulations. Ultimately, what this school is a collection of people who want to be the best that they can be and who help each other achieve that goal. We have a diverse student body gathered from all over the county, from every background, every culture, with different points of view. And in spite of those differences, we root for each other, support each other. The kids here really care about each other, and we're on the same team. If a blue ribbon school is a welcoming place, then Highland is about as blue ribbon as it gets. So I guess I'll end this by saying congratulations. Congratulations to our administrators and our custodians and our support staff, to our SRO, to the front office people, to my colleagues, and most of all to the students, past and present, who are a huge part of the reason that we're here today celebrating this massive success. This is a Blue Ribbon School, and a school is only as good as the people who make it a reality on a daily basis. You are all truly deserving of this tremendous honor. Thank you.
Hello. I am so honored and excited to be here today to speak to you all on behalf of all parents of kids here at Highland. This is not just a moment of celebration for the faculty and administration. It is a triumphant moment for every student, staff member, coach, administrator, custodian, and parent who has been a part of this journey. As parents, we entrust our children to the care and guidance of the educators here at Highland. Today, we can stand tall, knowing our trust has not only been well placed, but has also been richly rewarded. The National Blue Ribbon School designation is a testament to the dedication, passion, and unwavering commitment that permeates every corner of this historied school. This school is not just a building, it's a community that fosters growth, nurtures curiosity, and instills a love of learning. The journey of education is not one that The journey of education is one that cannot be walked alone. The National Blue Ribbon School Award reflects the collective effort of students who strive for excellence, teachers who go above and beyond, administrators who put in the long hours, and parents who support and encourage. I have had the wonderful opportunity to interact with many of you in this room today. Throughout our student body, I see future leaders, innovators, and change makers. I see students who understand success is not merely a destination, but a journey paved with determination, perseverance, and hard work. These students have helped shape the fabric that weaves this community together. Our teachers and staff are the bright lights in our children's educational journey. Their passion, dedication, and efforts create a flourishing learning environment. Our school could not achieve such a high level of success without the remarkable leadership, guidance, and time invested by Mr. Montgomery and Mrs. Carper. As parents, we have witnessed the transformation in our children. We've seen them tackle challenges with resilience, embrace knowledge with enthusiasm, and develop the skills that will undoubtedly shape their futures. Today, we celebrate not just the school's achievement, but the impact it has had on the futures of this community. This recognition is a shared victory. It's a victory for the late nights of studying, the encouragement offered by teachers, the long days of support by our administrators, and the unwavering support of parents. It's a victory for the dreams that were nurtured within these walls, dreams that are now poised to become reality. Let us savor this moment, not just as a recognition of academic achievement, but as a celebration of the collective spirit that makes Highland a community for learning, growth, and success. Today, as parents, we are proud and grateful for this privilege of being part of such an extraordinary journey. I would like to close with a quote from Mrs. Weaver, 10th grade English teacher here at Highland. "We are the Highland Rams, where our colors are blue and gold, which are a perfect fit for a national blue ribbon school with a golden reputation." Congratulations to you all.
Hello everyone, I'm Kieran Wood, and I'm your Highland Tech Student Body President. I began my freshman year at Highland in 2020, and yes, that makes me a COVID freshman, but for once we're not talking about that. Looking back on that year, I have many memories. One that sticks out to me is our first assembly with Mr. Montgomery. Of course, given the situation, it was filled with quarantine procedures and freshman year information. But it was also the first of many times that Mr. Montgomery introduced us to his favorite quotation. "It is great to have fun, but it is more fun to be great." Gary Player. And this left our freshman class speechless, thinking to ourselves, who is Gary Player? But in all seriousness, I think the proverb perfectly encapsulates the mentality that earned Highland Tech our blue ribbon status. While many schools aspire for greatness, greatness is a standard here at Highland. Our students truly are the very best and brightest in the county. Something you'll often hear about Highland is that if you took an average student from here and placed it at most other schools in the county, they'd be at the top of their class. This certainly displays just how deeply greatness permeates our school. And greatness doesn't just apply to our academics. When people learn that I'm a Highland student, I'm typically consoled for going to a nerd school with no athletics. I wonder if those people know about our volleyball team, which wins the conference and goes deep into the playoffs as if it's an expectation each year. Or our women's tennis team, which not only went into the playoffs, but also has a 1A state tennis champion on its roster. I wonder if they know about my boys on the men's soccer team, who fought hard through the regular season with a lineup full of mostly underclassmen, including the Conference Offensive Player of the Year, and ended the season valiantly in a playoff game 2 hours away from home in 30-degree weather. But no, our students' greatness doesn't even stop at athletics. Many of the greatest people I've ever met, some of which I'm lucky enough to call my greatest friends, also call Highland home. Like our students who founded and run clubs that promote empowerment and inclusivity, such as the Young Women's Association and ICC, International Sculptures Club. Or our students who spearhead charitable initiatives that give back to the local community, from ESL programs for local schools, or winter clothing drives for the homeless. Like our entire student body, who rallied around each other and held one another up last year when we lost one of our very own. To Highland students, greatness is not an aspiration, it is a standard in every single aspect of life. But we still wouldn't be the people we are without Highland's outstanding teachers and staff. These wonderful people do everything in their power to equip us with what we need to succeed. Through their effort, they gain our respect not only as teachers, but as mentors, supporters, and even friends. Several teachers here have impacted me beyond merely teaching the course material. There's Mrs. Gallagher, who puts every last ounce of her energy into student council and stood steadfast by me when I decided to conduct a service project of my very own. There's Mrs. Showers, who, during my tumultuous and lonely freshman year, encouraged connection and friendship because, quote, she didn't want to hear us chewing during lunch. There's Mrs. Boyles, who genuinely cares about her students, asking them about their lives and participating in projects alongside them, forming a classroom full of equals. There's Mr. Reniger, who will tear you down with a calculus celebration of knowledge, but will bring you right back up with a you can do hard things and a friendly, albeit a little evil, smile. And there's Mr. Monk, who, on top of telling history like a story you never want to stop hearing, has supported me every step of the way through my college application process and treated me like family. While these are only a few of my experiences with teachers, I know that all of Highland's faculty has left an impression on each and every one of its students. I can safely say that Highland School of Technology has made me the person I am today. Every time I look back at my decision to attend this school, I realize just how much I've gained from going here. All of the people I've met, memories I've made, and lessons I've learned solidify it to me as the greatest high school in the world, as Mrs. Carper calls it. So yes, Mr. Montgomery, it would have been really great to merely have fun throughout my high school career, but you were right. It was a lot more fun being great and attending a national blue ribbon school. Thank you.
At this time, it is a distinct honor to bring to you what we received. Mrs. Matsky and I and Dr. Bostic had the honor of going to Washington, D.C. At the end of last week. And so at this time, I'm going to ask Mr. Dedman, Mrs. McLean, Mrs. Carper, Dr. Laws, and our board members, and Dr. Bostic to please join us. Congratulations, Highland School of Technology. That's one of the banners. And in addition, it reads, Department of Education, United States of America, in recognition of Highland School of Technology, Gastonia, North Carolina, exemplary, high-performing National Blue Ribbon School 2023. So on behalf of us, will you please stand? And it is my distinct honor to present to you, the ones who made this possible, your 2023 National Blue Ribbon School designation. All right, we have one more presentation, and that will be by our PTSO. Will you please make welcome Ms. Judy Dobies?
Thank you, everyone. I'll keep this brief. I did just want to say, first of all, congratulations. You guys are an incredible team, and you are all now part of a very elite group of national winners. You'll get to carry this with you forever. What a great time it is to be part of the RAM family. We've heard today that with Mr. Montgomery's leadership and Ms. Carper's leadership, Highland has really mastered what it means to be a world-class academic institution. In fact, you'll hear Mr. Montgomery saying that just about every day. This accomplishment is no accident. It's a result of years of planning, persistence, and passion. And as we've heard today, there's also a secret ingredient, and that's everyone. Everyone that's here today, the administrators, the teachers, the staff, the students, the parents. And I think what we've witnessed here today is that when everyone brings their talents and collectively agrees to work toward a common goal, brilliance happens. Blue ribbons happen. The sense of community here at Highland is strong, as we've heard today, and that's another secret ingredient to Highland's success. I want you guys to all remember to take this with you into your futures. To quote my son after his first day as a freshman, everyone is so proud to be here, and everyone is serious about their education. To dive a little deeper, as Mr. Monk said, the staff here, the teachers are incredible. I have witnessed teachers stretching students beyond the academics, helping them work hard to build the confidence and life skills that they need as they evolve or as you evolve into young adults. I've also witnessed students helping each other, inviting each other to clubs and teams and sports. The students encourage each other, they challenge each other, and the inclusivity among the students at Highland is magical. I'd love to bottle it up and send it into the world. From the staff at the front office to the groundskeepers, custodians, everyone is always eager to help and wearing a smile. And finally, I have to talk about the parents. There are a lot of parents, and we're lucky to have so many parents uniting from all corners of Gaston County to rally around all of you students and the staff and the administrators throughout the year. There isn't a need that goes unmet because parents and families are always here in support. It truly takes a village, and here at Highland, we believe that if you're a Ram, you are all in. So at this time, let me please turn to presenting to you all this prestigious award, the National Blue Ribbon Banner. Congrats to everyone on this esteemed accomplishment, and this is just the beginning. You'll be able to take this with you into your futures. Congratulations, everyone, on this incredible accomplishment.
Come over here. So it is my job to close this ceremony out, and I take great pleasure to start with, I think the common theme that you have heard is that this doesn't happen by accident. It is the intentional effort of people choosing to come together for a common purpose. And in our business, that's a great education. and that begins with our people. So to all of you who are always our Ram family, I say welcome home, and thank you for being a part of the bleeding of Ram, blue, and gold. To Ms. McLean and Mr. Debman, I say to you, thank you for creating a foundation that can build the types of successes that young people deserve and that are just commonplace here at the most magical place on earth, to quote someone. But thank you for all that you did to inscribe greatness into the fiber of the bricks and mortar and the people of this place. And Mr. Odom, we both went to Highland Junior High, and I would be remiss if I didn't say that's also a part of the great legacy of the rolling hills that wear out my feet every day that we call Highland Community. So thank you for being with us. And I would say to my children who are sitting before me today, you are absolutely the breath that makes this place work. And I shared last night something I'm going to finish up here today with. You all are part of something incredible, and it is incredible because you make it so. You choose to do the hard work while your peers across the land may be at home doing whatever they do after school nowadays. You instead have chosen to lift yourselves up and do the hard work of being more than you thought was possible to be. So thank you for being you, and thank you for being a part of our Ram family. To my staff, I say thank you. You are absolutely what makes this place rock on behalf of the boys and girls of this place. And I love you, I thank you, and thank you for going above and beyond. And Mr. Monk hit the nail on the head. What happens here, folks, don't happen anywhere else. It is people working incredibly hard to ensure, despite circumstances, that you all are receiving a great education to prepare you for life after graduation. So thank you to our adults for making this place work for children. In closing, I want to say a special thank you to Mrs. Collins, Ms. Fletcher. God, I'm drawing a blank. Yep, thank you. Ms. Maxwell and Ms. Webb for putting today's assembly together. This is another one of those things that doesn't happen the day before, and it happens with a lot of work that took place over the course of the last several weeks. So thank you all for that. I started to make a list, and I sent it out to some people to approve of all of those that started. I think Ms. McLean can echo, when you do a blue ribbon, you're like being audited by the IRS. They want to know every dot and tittle. And I used to have a full head of dark, wavy hair before we started the application. But we started this application a little over a year ago, actually. And there were so many people, particularly toward the end in late April and May, who I had to draw on to help finish that application and do revision after revision after revision after revision. And not one time, not once, did you ever say no. You did whatever it took, particularly the couple of weeks before graduation, to get this job done. And this is the result. Congratulations and thank you to you.